Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries December 29, 2021. The final stretch of a year for others, dizzying and full of misadventures, but not for that reason you have declined. Today you are like a warrior, where the conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter is put into well-being to make everything lighter. With the crescent moon, good sense would be present. Possibly you have been upside down, but that is not why you would give up. However, it is better that you make a presence where they call you, because perhaps a resounding change in attitude, environment, or workplace will be relevant before the end of the year. Good time for you to let Gemini in, without worry. Possibly you have done the same so that nostalgia and memory do not negatively invade you. On the contrary, you would let things flow so as not to fall into the same past situations. If you are in love, you will be fascinated today. You could plan just about anything, from a getaway with your crush to a lifetime full of children and grandchildren. Although prudence sometimes limits your spontaneity, let yourself be surprised by the unexpected. The future will smile at you after the discouragement of recent times. Today you want to run away from necessary explanations, but the fight annoys you in advance. Today, however, you will have to show your goodwill. This will be the minimum required. Your activities are increasing, you need to deepen the scope of your knowledge. Your procedures will pay off. Share your organizational ideas, get your project started. Expose your grievances diplomatically rather than concealing your resentments or frustrations, which are sure to come under the pressure of a difficult context anyway. Take the lead and open the negotiations. Despair could take hold of you, but ultimately you would have the free will to allow it to invade you or not, especially in these times where impatience is the bread and butter of every day. Your emotional health is basic. Dedicate the necessary time to your mind, doing a recurring activity that avoids such havoc. Today the planetary energies will stir everyone's emotions more than usual. Make sure to wear your armor before leaving your home. You will meet grumpy drivers who will honk and swear, and when you arrive at your destination, your friends will seem different. Try not to get involved in other people's conflicts and save your confrontations for tomorrow. You will prevent emotions from growing unnecessarily. The weather conditions will determine the state of your health today. If the weather is gray or the temperatures are low, wrap up well to avoid catching a cold. Avoid clothes that are too light. If it's hot, remember to hydrate regularly. It will also be necessary to be careful in the face of a slightly more aggressive climate: storm, snow, heavy rains. A bad fall is of the order of the probable. Finally, if you must get behind the wheel in these conditions, drive with caution. For the moment you could pause your money in the best sense. Take it as a break where you will probably do everything to get out of bad energies. It is a good day in which, with high probabilities, you would take the reins of your bank accounts, letting the number 7 of the day take your side. Perhaps today you feel a restriction that tries to slow down the advance of your current plans. It may be that your mind is feeling restless and that you find yourself anxious to move on, but there is a feeling of discipline and caution that lingers, prompting you to take things more slowly. This may not be a bad idea. Perhaps discipline and willpower are precisely the things you need to achieve your goal. You are known for your sense of economy, except that as soon as you have something in your head it is hard not to think about it. If you wanted to make a big purchase, you will have to wait until your finances allow it. The atmosphere is a perfectionist and you might be tempted to screw yourself in front of your computer to move forward on certain issues. This is not a good idea. You have to take a break from time to time. When it comes to love, you are a person who behaves strangely before him. Possibly you would be doing things the other way around to find the best solution for you and the one you love. But for that reason you should be aware that love has no forms, it simply appears, and with the crescent moon, you would make any adversity dissipate. You get so caught up in your melodramas that you don't see the beauty around you. Take a break to appreciate the friends and loved ones around you. Spend time with them. Listen to your own heart and that of others. A new romance may be brewing, or one you are living may be renewed by the energies of the day. Running away from happiness lest it runs away is a refrain that perfectly matches your state of mind at the time. Ascendant Capricorn, you may even make your threat come true. Everything is going too well, you are not used to this, you would rather leave than risk suffering. Open up to each other. His reassuring words will convince you that this time you have nothing to fear. Don't be overwhelmed. Do not feel ashamed for feeling committed to the statutes of a project, company, or cause in general. Remember that success would be available to everyone, but not everyone wants it even though it seems like a joke. It is time for you to do the right thing, that you feel clear enough with what you want. This is how little by little you would ascend to where you want and wish that you would remain lustrous. This is how Gemini would help you, going like a farm horse towards his goals without anyone stopping you. You'll feel brimming with health, strength, and charisma and will no doubt be invited to a couple of vibrant parties. You will be surprised to see how suddenly your popularity has increased. Professionally, there could also be some great opportunities with new people. Doors will open to a new life, new friends, new job, and even a new home. The day promises to be auspicious. Jupiter's position in your heaven allows you to benefit from its beneficial influence. Your initiatives in the professional sphere could be welcomed by your hierarchy and offer you new prospects for development. Know how to take full advantage of this favorable astral climate by trying to carry out projects that you have matured for a long time but which you hesitate to implement. You might indeed find a positive reception that you did not expect. A dilemma will disturb your peace of mind. Faced with this difficult decision, you will be tempted to follow the advice of a loved one. Taking this outside opinion into account will probably allow you to take a step back from your situation and better assess your options. However, whatever your final choice, you will need to take the time to consider its ins and outs so that you do not regret it later. An assumed decision is better than 1,000 wise pieces of advice.